Hi guys, so today I'm going to be doing a tutorial using the new Morphe palette that they brought out with Jaclyn Hill. Well, it's Jaclyn Hill's palette. She created all the shades in it, and I'm also just going to be doing a review and some swatches as well. So this is the look I came up with. This is what the tutorial is going to be on. Obviously it's a Jaclyn Hill palette, so it's very Jaclyn Hill inspired. It's just warm smoky eyes, because who doesn't love warm smoky eyes? So that's the look I came up with, and I hope you like it. So let's just take a look at the palette and we shall see some swatches too. I'm sure you've all seen a picture of the palette at this point. It looks like this: white cardboard rather than the plastic that Morphe usually uses. Then silver, like writing, the Jaclyn Hill palette, Morphe, and on the back, Morphe times Jaclyn Hill. So that's what it looks like. So let's just take a look at the inside of the palette, because obviously that's the most important part. That's what it looks like inside. It's just, there's a lot of warm shades in there, and then you've got some like brighter like greens, blue and purple right in the bottom corner there. I absolutely love the colours in this palette, like it's just so me. And then she's got her little message at the top here. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but it just says, "This palette is dedicated to all my loving subscribers, XO Jaclyn," which is quite cute. So we have in light, beam, then we have silk cream, MFEO, faint, sissy, and little lady. So on the next row we have creamsicle, butter, Pooter, Pukey, Hunts, Firework, and Queen. Third row we have Obsessed, SBN, Hilster, Roxanne, Jax, Buns, and Cranapple. Fourth row we have Royalty, Twerk, Hustle, Meeks, 24/7, Chip, and Mocha. The last row we have Pool Party, Jada, Diva, Enchanted, Central Park, and Abyss. So as you can see from the swatches I've just done, the eyeshadows are actually really pigmented. Personally, I love the colour selection as well. I love like warm tones, they're my favourites, and I love like brighter pops of colour as well. Like the greens are really nice, I love green. I think she's done an amazing job with the colour selection, with the quality of the eyeshadows, because they are really pigmented. Some of them I've noticed can cause a little bit of like fallout. I've not had it happen to me yet, like I've not actually had eyeshadow drop down, but that's probably because I'm used to working with eyeshadows that do that, so I don't pack loads on my brush. I just use bits at a time and build it up to avoid having it drop. Nothing can be absolutely perfect. Like, it's one of those things with eyeshadows, like the formula of them, you've kind of got to think like, do I want them to be really pigmented, or do I want them to be like, do I want there to be no fallout with them when someone's applying it? So it's difficult to find that happy in between, but I think Jaclyn has actually done a really good job on these eyeshadows personally. So from swatching them, they do actually feel really buttery as well. Like even the mattes, they don't feel like gritty or anything or dry, they do feel quite creamy. I'd say the only ones that do feel a little bit more gritty are probably, oh actually it's not even that bad, but I was going to say Abyss is like not as creamy as the others, but I mean it is a black eyeshadow, it's really difficult to get like a really creamy black eyeshadow. It is still creamy, it's just not as creamy as the others. but it still feels like a really nice eyeshadow, and as you could see, I only did like one swatch with that and it was really, really pigmented, like it was really black. So what more could you ask for, really? So personally, I absolutely love this palette. It cost me a lot of money to get it to the UK, but I mean, for me it was worth it. I know it's not worth it for everyone, but I mean, all I could say is if you and a friend are wanting it, order it together, then you can just split the price of shipping and customs. I kind of wish I did that with mine, but I was that desperate to get it, and I was in Leeds at the time when I was ordering this. I was with my boyfriend, we went to the cinema, and he probably got so annoyed with me because I was just like, no, I need to order it. We're like sat in the car, I was just like, I can't go yet, I need to order it, they're not taking my money, it's not going through, the website crashed. Yeah, I got it eventually, like I got there. But yeah, so yeah, now that I've shown you the actual palette and just given like a bit of a review on it, I'll actually show you how I came up with this look that I'm wearing today. It's actually a really simple one, it's nothing too complicated. So I've already primed my eyes, I've just used MAC Soft Ochre Paint Pot as always. And to start with, I'm just going to go in with the shade Creamsicle, which is this one right here. And I'm just going to pop this into my crease. I'm just going to do this in windshield wiper motions back and forth just to blend it all out. And I want most of the product to be more on the outer part of my crease rather than on the inner. So next I'm just going to take a slightly smaller brush. This is a Sigma E25 brush, and I'm going to go in with the shade Pukey, which is this one right here. Just a really nice baby puke kind of colour. I'm just going to keep this lower as well in my crease, but pretty much just doing the exact same thing, a windshield wiper motion is just to blend it all out, but again just keeping it lower. And then I'm just going to go back to the fluffier brush that we used Creamsicle on and blend it all out. And just keep building up that colour. And going in with a smaller brush again, this is a Zoeva 231. And I'm just going to go with this shade right here, which is called Roxanne. And with this one I'm just going to keep it more on the outer corner. Taking a little bit more of the Creamsicle shade as well, just to blend it all out again. Next I'm going to go in with the shade Firework, which is this one right here, this really nice red, and I'm going to use that on a flat brush. I'm just going to coat my brush in the shadow and spray some Fix Plus. Spraying the Fix Plus is going to sort of help like with any fallout, it'll prevent it a little bit, but it also makes the eyeshadow look a lot more foiled and just really, really intense. Like, look at this eyeshadow, look how stunning it is. I'm just going to blend over that. Then I'm going to take the shade Cran Apple, which is this one right on the end here. It's a bit more of a cranberry shade. I'm going to use the exact same brush for this. I'm just going to concentrate this more on the outer portion of the lid, like right there. Just for a bit more depth in that area. I'm just going to repeat that now on the lower lash line, so I'm just going to use a tiny pencil brush. This is just on the end of the Anastasia brush that you get in, well, any of the palettes you purchase from her. I'm going to start off with the shade Pukey though. And then in with the shade Roxanne. I'm just going to take a bit more of a fluffier brush. So this is Makeup Geek's, it's just called Defined Crease Brush. It's small but still quite fluffy. And I'm going to go in with the shade Creamsicle with this one, just to buff all of that out along the lower lash line. And of course I now need inner corner highlight and brow bone highlight because I cannot live without either of those. So I'm going to go with this shade right here, which is called Bean. And inner corner as well. So now I'm just going to do the other eye and pop on some mascara and some lashes, and I'll be right back. So that is the completed look. As I said before, just nothing too complicated, just went for something quite, not natural obviously, but like something quite easy, something quite simple. And obviously because it is Jaclyn Hill's palette, I decided to honour that by going with, like, you know, warm toned smoky eye, like oranges and your reds.